for news beyond the game. It's Frontier News.
Right off the bat, let's start off with the streams. There was a stream on Tuesday, which was a special stream. It wasn't Super Cruise News. It was Discovery Scanner Odyssey Alpha with Pierce Jackson and Dr. K. Ross. You know, okay, a lot of people have said a lot of things about like, hey, this doesn't look right. And hey, this does not look like a game that's ready to come out in 2 weeks. And hey, this, you know, this and that and the other. And they went out of their way to assure everyone, hey guys, what you are seeing in the alpha is not the trunk. The trunk is what they're currently working on. You are seeing a branch that was segmented off from the trunk some time ago and has not changed throughout the entire alpha. We've been on the same branch. They've made some little tweaks and whatever to it based on our feedback, but it does not in any way incorporate all the stuff that was changed in trunk. And this is a quote, thousands upon thousands of changes that have been made in the trunk. Eesh. Okay. I think that brought up a lot of questions and feelings from people that were like, well, this is interesting that you're telling us this at the end of the alpha instead of at the beginning. Like that would have changed a lot of people's perceptions, I think, on a lot of things. So I don't know. But as always, Dr. K was lovely, and just more Dr. K, please. She's great, always.
Yeah, about the trunk and the branching and all that, I could have sworn, I mean, I'm no game developer, and I don't really study that kind of stuff, but I'm almost positive Arthur did bring that up in one of the former streams. Because I, in my head all along, I thought that that's what this was. This was just a snapshot of the game that they took at a certain point in time, and then they were tweaking that, no pun intended, to make the changes for the different phases of alpha while they were still developing the main game. I'm a little taken aback that everybody is so offended and surprised by this. Really, I thought this was pretty much common knowledge. I thought we knew this at this point.
Okay, Wolf.
So the comment about the thousands and thousands of changes to trunk that we haven't seen that are, I guess, just going to show up. Are they tested? Because we've had changes that weren't tested and things got broke, and that makes me worry.
We talked last week about, are we going to hear something on Tuesday that lays out a roadmap, or because there's so much overhang in the number of issues that we identified, we, the community, even before this branch and trunk thing came up. And yeah, then we get the answer on Tuesday of, in so many words, okay, just sort of suck it up and wait. I think that's a little less than I would say the marketing people probably didn't approve that message. It's maybe a bit less than respectful of the time and effort people have put into testing stuff, just to be told now, oh yeah, you've been sort of playing with a paper doll version of the game that is even more fake than the one we've been actually working on. That might have gone down better if that whole thought process had been explained at the beginning.
I want to take a second to call out a thing that I just saw in the YouTube chat that I think is very, very important to keep in mind. I sometimes am critical of Frontier. I want to make absolutely sure that it's understood. I think Victim said it very well when he just said, I really respect the FDev workers. Management, not so much. I can see that. For all of the things where we call out FDev, or no, I can't speak for everyone else. That's not responsible. Myself, Kai, when I say I criticize Frontier for doing this or doing that, or I might say, well, this seems like it's kind of lazy, or this seems like it's kind of a bad idea, or this whatever, I in no way want to be seen as calling out the employees at Frontier, the developers who are hard at work. I absolutely believe and trust with all my heart to do the best that they can for us. But developers don't get to decide what they work on. They're given projects and they're told, go do this. And a developer might say, like, I think that needs work. Go do this. They do what they're told. So any criticism that I have on Frontier really is meant to be sort of at management and the decisions that are made, and not in any way at the hard working men and women who are trying their best with all of the love in their heart, I truly believe, to put out a good product. So I just wanted to sort of take a second to acknowledge that. The second stream that was put out this week was Thursday, the Elite Sports Live MAILSLOT Mayhem. Oh boy, was this interesting. So this was the Elite Sports, and then they made the joke on the stream like, haha, esports, get it? Like, we should shorten that to esports. And yes, this was just about a silly, fun, like, we're going to do tricks through the MAILSLOT stream, but I kind of got the feeling like the joke was only halfway. I kind of got the feeling like there's some people at Frontier, maybe at management, maybe at whatever, that are like feeling like, yeah, we maybe have an esport going here. And it's like, if you guys are thinking that you're going to turn your FPS into an esport, oh boy, do you guys have a bucket of cold water about ready to get dumped on your head. That was just my impression. Does anybody have anything on that Thursday stream before we circle back to something that, oh, I see here Wolf does. Go for it, Wolf.
I tuned in very briefly because that stream happened while I was at work, and I saw them as the sports announcers in the suits and everything, and I just thought the whole thing was super cringy. I want to hope they're doing it as a joke, but like you said, there might be somebody who's gotten a wild hair up their ass thinking, hey, we're going to make this the new big esports thing, and this is going to be something to hang our hat on.
Hey,
I really hope
maybe I'm dead wrong. Maybe I'm dead wrong, and it's going to be a big thing. Who knows? Go ahead, Switch.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, I agree. I really hope it was like taken more like tongue in cheek as a joke. But something that I wanted to comment on from the Twitch chat, Fresh Baklava said, 100% marketing. It's hard to trust FDev bean counters. I feel like Odyssey will be hollow. I feel like the best way to look at it now, so we're so close to the release of it, don't look at it as hollow, but look at Odyssey as now as like a framework, as like a warehouse that's going to get filled with the different parts and like the different expansions that are going to go into the framework of Odyssey. That's what I've tried to explain to friends of mine that are interested in the game but aren't quite sold on it, is like trying to sell them on kind of what I'm hoping it's going to be as opposed to what it's showing now, you know? Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to help with the community, is so much more of like the think of what will come once they have the framework put into place.
Dude, I'm going to take a shot of vodka and pray to God that you are right on that one. I want to circle back while we're talking real quick about these streams. Gotta say, with regard to the Dr. K stream, where she talked about the different atmospheric effects and showed these amazing images of the planetary tech. Why did we not see these throughout the alpha? These would have been so. And she was like, hey, the decision was made from management that we're not going to turn those on. That was going to be whatever. That was going to be after. Like I get it, but it's like, oh, that would have done so much to make so many people. And this isn't Dr. K. She didn't. She does what she's told, but like that would have been so welcome during the alpha period. I get, and I'm seeing, yes, 100%. I agree and understand that the esports thing was sort of a joke, but I think it was only halfway a joke. I feel like it was a bit of we'll see. Tweaked, come in on this, please.
Yeah, a couple of things on the esports. I mean, I tried to watch Thursday's stream. I tried, and there was obviously not going to be any new info, and it was just bad footage. You couldn't see anything they were doing. If they're going to do an esports thing, it has to be the Elite Racers. It has to be. That's the most intriguing sports-oriented thing Elite Dangerous has going for it right now, are those SRV nut jobs that can fly those things all over the place, and that's what they should be focusing on if they want to do esports.
Dude, I 100% agree. On
the Dr. K part of the first stream, oh my God, those pictures that they showed, that she brought with her, that is what I wanted to see out of Odyssey. The blue skies, the red on that one planet, those are the kinds of things I wanted to see with Odyssey, and I hope beyond hope that they are more common and a more variety, easier to see when the full game releases on the 19th.
I will say this, as shaky as I am on my feelings of where they say, because they keep kicking the can down the road and saying, no, guys, you'll see later. We're way farther than you think we are. You know, that was pre-alpha, and then alpha starts, and no, guys, you'll see. We're later. You'll see later. We're way farther than you think we are. Okay, cool, but that little fucking Ponzi scheme of kick the can down the road, that all ends May 19th. May 19th, we see exactly where we are. No more bullshit. And we're way farther than we think we are. And maybe you got some explaining to do. But either which way, the one thing that I feel confident in my heart is that the planet tech will be good. The Dr. K part, the rendering, PBR rendering, like the material, the way the ships look, way better. The way the planets will look, way better. The way the atmospheres will look is way better. Something that nobody brought up when we were talking about the scientific realism section under the David Braben thing. Why do we not have re-entry effects? Why? I mean, again, Buck Rogers in fucking 1981 had flame across the screen and the ship shakes a lot on re-entry. Like, scientific realism. It's important. I know that because David Braben told me. He's a smart fella. But like, the stuff that Dr. K did, I absolutely believe will be good. So, yeah. All right. Switch. Last point.
Yeah, I just, with what you're saying about, everything coming up on May 19th, I think when the 19th comes around, we are going to see what they have planned for the first steps going into Odyssey. And I think we need to look at it as first steps into Odyssey.